gonna start a new game for you guys. I hope you appreciate that. New game. I started a new game for you. I'm a little exploring robot, and I've got this little computer mum. And she crashes. It's really sad. So she's crashed, and I'm left here, a little robot, not really sure how to recover and to help my mum. But I'm gonna try. Let's skip this bit. It's called Grow Up. No, Grow Home. And originally it was a demo by Ubisoft, I think, to try and test procedurally animated movement mechanics. But in reality, they just stumbled on what can only be described as the best game in the world. It's pretty chill. You know, you don't really... Actually, you do a lot. There's a lot of things to do. It's pretty chilled out. But I've just started, so I don't really have many... Well, I've played it tenfold, like many times. But at the beginning of the game, you don't have as many things that you can do, you know? But I can jump around. Plant a seed. Pretty cool, eh? Planting seeds for fun. Hang on, let me try and find the stream in my on my phone so I can see the chat. Sorry, no, that's not fun. I just want to see my videos, if they're going to show me. I could do God of War if you guys would prefer as well. I'm not really... I don't mind. I'm easy. Or anything, to be fair, I'm not bothered. So what are we thinking? You eat this one, or stick with it? Oh, I missed it. I think it's pretty chill. I like that little bumblebee thing. Little fly. You got to get these little collectible crystals. Those ones. Yeah, it's a chill one, isn't it? Yeah. I love it, to be fair. Yeah, dead chill. This is actually the sequel to the one I played at uni, which is exciting. It looks the same, but there are a lot more cool features. It's just that at the beginning of the game you can't really tell. Big fan, but a bit strange. What about you? I do like the soundtrack, but I guess if it was a bit less like synthy and sort of roboty, it might be more chill. I get why it is, but it, you know, it definitely could be worse as a soundtrack, but it's not something I'd listen to outside of the game. Whereas if they'd done it right, I guess I probably would listen to it outside the game. What do you reckon? Yeah, agreed. That's how I feel about it. It's quite sparse, isn't it? But like, not in a good way. I'm not against it as a soundtrack, though. It's just like a bit of a shame, because it's like the kind of game where a good soundtrack would make it, like make or break it. And so it's not a bad one, so, but a lot of potential missed. Oh yeah, I mean, Journey would be amazing. That's like the sickest game ever. You know, they've still not released the sequel. Oh yeah, Big Planet. I mean, Big Planet would be a bit... Can you imagine? I'm over mama! You're like, whoa, what the fuck? Or the... Oh, it's such a sick soundtrack. I don't have as high expectations for, what was it, Sackboy Adventures or whatever. I've got it on my rental list, but I don't think it'll be very good. I don't even know if it's by the same people. I think it's because they lost the licensing to Little Big Planet. So, I don't know the details, but I expect it's because they're not the same developers. Whoops. So, I was flying happily with my, machine-type mother. So it's like a robot AI thing. Basically the ship is alive. The robot ship is alive that I was travelling in. But we came into an asteroid field or something, and the ship blew up. And so the ship is scattered around. And it's my job to return all the pieces of my mother, essentially, and sort of reconnect her. So I can, if I go like this, I've got the map view, and I can sort of like look around, try and find. Oh, I do need more abilities, to be fair, so I'm gonna have to get that. But I need to basically find bits of the ship. So like that's part of the ship. So I need to get all the ships together, and doing so will help me save my mother, sort of. Yeah, really deep. I'm sure it's a metaphor for something important. I mean, the storyline's pretty weak, but I think if you go into it with high expectations, you're just going to be disappointed. Once you're further on in the game, you get this glider, and it's just so sick. You can just sort of like really chill around and... Oh shit, I want that. Yeah, I died. Oh yeah, totally. You know, the fact that they made a game like this alone is like quite... Well, it's something to be really pleased with. It could be a lot of things better, but it wouldn't be this game. I just love it so much, and it's also like... I don't know, I wonder how many other games there are like this. Maybe lots, but... I don't really meet many people that are into it though, or have heard of it, to be fair. I don't think it's particularly popular. I mean, I think it literally was, like I was saying earlier, was just originally supposed to be to try and test at walking animations. The other game was made for that reason, specifically. And then they just sort of fleshed it into a game. Oh yeah, I'd love to, but I think I chose the wrong degree, really. You know, I mean, I just didn't really go into computer science because my dad is, so I was like, don't really want to do what my dad does. But I kind of regret it. Not because of video games, just because I feel like computer science is quite a fun one. You know, I hear a lot of good things about it. But, oh, fuck. I tried to put my brakes on. But yeah, no, it would be fun. I think video games journalism would be the dream, though. More than anything else. But that's too much of a rock star career, to be honest. It's like such a slim margin of people that actually get to do that. Yeah, you could do, to be fair. Oh yeah, totally, I'd love it. It would be so good to be like, oh, I just don't know, just like involved in games like that would be great. But the problem is the games journalism is just like, so many people want that job, that it's a lot of it's about social media presence. You know, you have to kind of be quite like social media savvy, build a following. I don't know. Tweet a lot as well. I'm just not really into Twitter. But I mean, also that's how news works now. Yeah, I mean, it's the big news outlets that get all of the coverage, isn't it? If I'm looking for and I understand why, like, oh yeah, there's my corpse. If I'm looking for, thinking about buying a game, I'm not going to read a 20-page essay on, you know, why games should be or haven't always been gender inclusive and have problems with objectifying women, which is a reasonable thing to discuss. But like, I'm just going to look at a 10 out of 10 video or 8 out of 10 video on IGN or GameSpot or something. I just want to look at the game's mechanics. I don't want to look at the problem of perpetuating violence and that kind of thing. Like, but that's the interesting stuff to write. It's just not like, I don't know. It's not necessarily what you want to get your fix from when you're considering buying a game. Yeah, to be fair, I mean, Polygon did try that, like, and Kotaku did the same. Like, there have been news outlets that, in gaming, that have tried to, like, I wouldn't say push the bar, reinvent the wheel, and go back to that sort of more long-form approach to gaming. But I think generally they've just ended up going more into videos and entertainment analysis. I say analysis, I don't mean analysis, but like entertainment coverage. Just because it's not the appetite for it. You've got to go where the clicks are, essentially, eventually. Otherwise, you won't stay in business. It's kind of sad, really. But I mean, given that there are so few places to work for that have the right ethos, I don't see how I would get that job. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like saying, I want to be an athlete, but I don't want to just be an athlete, I want to be in the Olympics and come first. And it's like, well, nah. Just being an athlete alone would be pretty incredible, you know? I mean, to be fair, I understand why. Like, I prefer videos when I want to watch a review thing. I just want to get it over with, you know. I don't know. I always wondered. I mean, I wonder whether it's because I'm not a particularly like creative person, but I'm not really sure what if I made a game what it would be about. I liked my sister's idea, which isn't what I'd make because it's just her plan. But she liked the idea of like you're a corgi and you're in Buckingham Palace and you got to find your way out. And there are a lot of obstacles and there are a lot of things that don't want you to get out because you're like the Queen's dog. But you got to navigate around Buckingham Palace and get outside, which I thought had the potential to be quite entertaining. Yeah. Probably manageable too. Yeah, I quite like it. I thought it was a really good idea. What about you? They have tiny legs. You know, like tables, getting underneath tables. That would be tricky, but it would be good because people probably wouldn't see them. And, you know, if you've watched The Crown, you know there's a lot of people around the Queen. So you got to be careful, don't you? You'd probably need an overall objective, though. Yeah. Or the bean from Fall Guy, right? Like, part of the appeal of the game is that they're just so, like, adorable but stupid. Well, to be fair, what was Tamriel line or Tamriel online like? Like, I never played it, but I think that was. Oh shit! I'm gonna die. I think that was their pitch of what they tried to do. I suspect they probably didn't succeed though. Tamriel, oh, was it? No, it was Elder Scrolls Online, that was it. Not Tamriel. Yeah, I don't know. I think it played more like World of Warcraft than Skyrim, though, in practice. Which would have made it probably not your bill. I never tried it, to be honest. I don't know. I thought, I don't really want to, because you can definitely get sucked into MMOs. Like, I don't know, you can lose a lot of time. And it's a good thing too, but it's like, I don't know if I want to. And I think the sad thing about, and I'm not saying anyone else has to feel like this, but the sad thing in my mind for getting sucked into like those games that just take your life isn't so much that I just died. Isn't so much that you're playing too many games. It's that you're just playing one game. Because there's so many fun games out there. And when I was playing World of Warcraft, I just wasn't playing any other games because like the only game you want to play is World of Warcraft. And I think that happens when you get really, really sucked into MMOs more than other games. Yeah. And it's just, MMOs never do end. And Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just depends whether you care about playing other games or not. But if you're not bothered, then it's fine. But I think you just miss out on a lot of other experiences. Well, I'm really excited about Valhalla. To be fair, you know the new Assassin's Creed. That's on my list. I'm gonna get that soon. Yeah, I also don't like it. I don't know. I feel like I've got a lot of friends. Well, some in particular, but I know people that just really look down on stuff like World of Warcraft or MMOs and feel like people will be wasting their time. And I just am a bit resistant to that kind of thinking. Like, I don't know. People can spend their time how they want, and obviously there's no one better way of spending your time. But I just do feel sorry for people sometimes when they get sucked into that. As long, like, if they're happy doing it and they know what they're giving up, that's fine. But I think sometimes you forget. I don't even mean just anything. Like, there's so many things to be excited about. So it's good to have a bigger cake. But I mean, saying that, I played World of Warcraft solidly for like 2 years. Maybe a year, but I mean solidly. It was like every moment that I could. And if I could go back and change it, I definitely wouldn't. Oh yeah, I'll let you know. Like, I'm really excited about it. To be fair, Valhalla. Like, I'm sure it will be great. I was really into the first game, Assassin's Creed 1, and then I was quite into the Ezio ones, and then after that I lost steam. But I'm pretty ready to be back into them, to be fair. Yeah, I agree about the AC stuff. I'm just reading your thoughts. It's that too, but for me it was about the meta narrative. So like, I really liked Desmond Miles, and I thought I thought the whole Templar thing was really, really exciting and confusing and interesting in the first game. And I replayed it recently, and it's still quite intriguing. Some of it ages quite poorly, but you know, I'm still behind it. Whereas I think AC2 and then onwards, as soon as Desmond went out and did the assassin stuff, and it all started bleeding, and then it got like started including deities and stuff, it just all went bad. And I think without the meta narrative of what was going on in the real world, it sort of lost a lot of its anchoring. Yeah, exactly. It really lost potential. So it's kind of sad to see that happen. Really turned me off to the series. But yeah, I did play Assassin's Creed 3, I think. That was the one with the Native American chap? I think. But yeah, so Yeah, Subject 16 was so cool. I was like really ready for that all to be super cool and exciting and confusing. It was probably the best finale to a game or cliffhanger I've ever had or experienced. But then for it to just be like so unfulfilled in my mind was pretty disappointing. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really play much of Black Flag, but I think that was the best they could do in that, like, they recognised that with releasing a new Assassin's Creed that often, it was going to get shit. So they were like, well, let's just not have any sort of... in my mind, I don't think they had any meta-narrative for it. Like, it didn't really... what was it? Just someone training to be a Templar going back in time or something. I don't know, I can't quite remember, but it's like a nice self-contained period thing without having the issues of having to build into a larger, progress the main story at all. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, part of why people are excited about Valhalla is that, like, it's been a few years since... Well, I feel like it's been a while since the last one. So it gives people hope that they're not just going to rush it. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, some of the ship stuff was pretty interesting as well. Yeah, well, Naughty Dog's just the best at that, aren't they? Although I know you liked Uncharted more than I did. What, wait for... Oh, Last of Us 2 is out, but it's just not out on PS5. It's a great game, though. I really, really, really recommend it. It split opinion massively. Yeah, I personally thought it was great. A lot of people hated it. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't enjoy it, but I loved it as much as the first one. But yeah, I recommend it. PS5's great. And don't you share the PS4 with your brother anyway? So it'd be nice to have your own console. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't buy it on PS4. I kind of regret that I did. In fact, I regret buying a lot of the games recently. I definitely should have just waited. What PC games are you playing at the moment? AOED 2. HOM. Oh, Age of Empires. And then HOMM 3. What's HOMM 3? Heroes of Might and Magic. Strange. I probably won't get to it, especially with the Mac. Have fun. Did Madge get around to doing all of The Walking Dead? Well, as long as she still enjoyed it, I guess. Oh, did it really peter out in quality then? Oh no, I don't at all. I'm pretty chill. I mean, I will go to bed at some point, but I'm not in a rush to. I've got the week. Well, it's not a week. It's my weekend starts now. Otherwise, I'd be well asleep. So Thursday, Friday, I've got off. But usually I go to bed around 1. So this is a very late night, but I'm not bothered. So I'll just sleep. quite nice though. I've been watching the sunrise recently. It's been really there's been some good ones. Yeah, pretty grim. Yeah, I'd love that. A fair amount, yeah. I do like it. I find it harder with the voice chat. I was saying to Nick before. I mean, it's not harder. It's just a bit more effort. But yeah, I do like it. It's good fun. Good bit of banter. It's a nice way to see people as well. Well, it's a way. I think what I was saying to Nick before though was that like I kind of see it as a bit of a novelty, which I guess others do too, but some people play a lot though. I guess if you stream, like people that stream for a living, if they play it a lot, like yeah, true. Like not much changes in the day to day, I guess. Yeah, it would be hard to play for more than an hour or 20 minutes at a time. But I think some people do, and I mean, there's nothing against that. It's just like strange and impressive. I can't really imagine how that would work. Maybe just for me. People do though. People do spend all day playing it and streaming it. Maybe it's just that, like, if you're streaming for a living, and so it kind of is work, isn't it? Like, I know they probably see it in a more complicated way than that, but yeah, it is essentially what it is. Yeah, it is essentially Werewolf, which is also a good game, so. Oh, that's exciting. Who are we hoping for? Crash 4. Do you mean Smash Ultimate? Oh, Crash Bandicoot. Okay, fun. That sounds pretty good. When was it out? Oh, fun. Shit. No, I need to play that. pretty pumped about Dark Souls now. I'm quite relieved. I'm gonna finish that one off. That'll give me something to do on the couple of days off. Yeah, that would make sense a lot, actually. Very good moon. I'm not really supposed to be able to get here until I've finished the other parts. Right. I must adjourn and go to the bed. I hope it's Shadow the Hedgehog that is announced. But we'll see. Thanks for tuning in. Lots of love. And let's do something soon. In whatever form that is. Bye!